Alright, so I'm going to do a quick edit in Photoscape just to kind of show what you can do in there. Of course, it's a limited program because it's free, but just like browsing around and stuff, I haven't used it in forever, but just browsing around, I see that there's a lot that you can do with it. So this is the image that I'm going to play with. And a lot of what you're going to do is going to be under this brighten color. I discovered that if you click on that arrow, all of this other stuff pops up. So it's a little bit dark. So what we're going to do is click on brighten. Oh, maybe no. We're going to actually click on the bright color first. And we're going to go over here and we're going to do the slider a little bit to brighten it up. Just because it'll help raise the shadows in some of the face. Both of their faces. And then, the deepen is the contrasts. But you don't want to get too contrasty just because there are some shadows and you want to be able to still see the eyes and stuff. So I'm going to do a little bit of the deepen. And the darken, I'm going to play with that a little bit. The gamma bright is kind of like, has to do with the exposure, I'll show you. But we're going to leave that alone. Same with the exposure. As you can see, that doesn't play very well with it. Contrast is probably, you don't want to do too much contrast because then you get too much blown out areas, especially on his face. So we'll leave that at 0. Right now I have the deepen at 23, brighten at 49, and darken at 19. And I'm going to click OK for now. And now I'm going to go and play with the color balance. So if you click on the arrow, this drop down list will come out. Hit color balance, and then see, this is how you can help adjust your white balance if you don't like the white balance at all. So I'll just play around with it and show you what happens if you do that. So if there was like a green cast or something like that, you could do the magenta and do a little bit to the magenta, or if there were, to the green if it was too magenta. But anyway, we're not going to use that. Then there's also the remove color cast. I haven't really played with this at all, but let's see. Oh, so this can actually see how well this goes. So that's the original color. Yeah, see, there's just not a lot of color cast. There's a little bit, but you want the pink and the cheeks and stuff because you're outside. So anyway, then there's the white balance, which is how you'll help set the white balance in an image. And it looks like you take this little dot, and you want to do either gray or white. Like, you want to pick a neutral color. So what happens if we hit black? That's way too orange, so click no. Let's click on the white and see what happens. That looks okay. So I think that white balance is pretty close to what it needs to be. Now let's see, what else can we do here. Decolor will take away some of the coloring. You probably don't want to use that too much. Your color curves, this is kind of cool because what you can do is darken, brighten. See if you can do more than. And this is the color curve, so I'm playing around to bring some of the blacks out, but without getting too dark. Because if I go like this, look at how dark it gets. And we want detail in the eyes, but we want a little bit of dark. And then you can do that with the saturation too. But anyway, we're not going to mess with the saturation. And then the luminance, let's see. Okay, let's redo that again. I'm not going to bother with the saturation color. But and play around with it, because this is actually going to be good for you to be able to get some of your colors and make some of your darks pop and your lights lighter. I'm trying not to blow out this area, like on the side of his face, which I think some of it's going to be because there's just, it's bright. Okay, I think that's good. I'm not quite sure what else we can do here. You do have some other tools here. There's the filter, but I wouldn't suggest using that too much. It looks like it's blurred. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest using those very often. You can sharpen it if it needs to, but this image doesn't need to. You have good focus on that. See what the backlight does. No, I don't like that. So that starts. Some of these other buttons are more auto, and you don't want to have to do anything like that. You can play with some of the contrast stuff. Ew, I don't like that. So undo. Honestly, I think that's good. I don't know how much more you can do with this, because you don't have certain things you can't do in this one. But I think it's a good image, and here we go.